I'm going to share a huge realization that I literally just within the last like 12 hours was awakened to. Let me actually put my phone on do not disturb really quick while I film this because I don't want to get interrupted in case somebody calls me. Okay. So, also if you're new here, I have been going through a really interesting really big like life shift in terms of my career and business. And there's just been a lot of confusion. There's been a lot of just headaches, a lot of decision fatigue, a lot of going in circles in my mind, making decisions, changing my mind a million times on what I want to do. And I was watching a creator, Vanessa Lau, who kind of, it seems like she's going through something very similar, what I went through or what I am currently going through. I've been going through this for over a year now. And I like watching her because I feel like a lot of the stuff that she's going through or her journey on shutting down her 7-figure business, even though I didn't make that much money in my business, she had like a full team and like way bigger than what I have done. And I still see so many similarities. And I literally woke up to the fact that, okay, number one, sometimes we can see other people and we can't see ourselves. Like other people, at least for me, are mirrors to me on like, because sometimes I can't see or recognize my own pattern because I'm not aware of it yet. And so I came up with the realization that the reason why I'm having all of this mental confusion in my business, the reason why I want to quit, the reason why it doesn't feel fun or feel good anymore is because I'm operating my business from a different state than the state that I created my business in. And so I literally realized this, and I realized this with now that I am married and I have a husband, and I see this pattern there. I see the pattern in friendships, other relationships that I have. I even, you can even relate this to fitness. Like you can literally take this concept in literally every single area of life and it will be true. And the truth that I found is that the energy and the space and the identity and most importantly, like the state and energy that you create the thing in is what you need to hold to keep the thing, hold the thing, and expand the thing and grow the thing. And it is the truth that when I first started my business back in 2022, I was in an extreme high vibrational state. Like I was like oozing with abundance, oozing with this like I literally can't even put it into words. Like it's not going to make sense to the ear. It's just during that time, that first like 3-month period. So I started my business in October of 2022. September, October, and November of 2022, every day or almost every day, I was in this super high state. I felt like how I can describe the feeling, because I won't be able to put it into words, is like just imagine waking up every day like as light as a feather. And the thing is that I was going through a lot of duality and a lot of actual like external real life circumstances during that time. Like it wasn't like because everything was aligning I felt like that. It was actually because everything was crumbling on me and I was just like, fuck it, like everything's crumbling anyway, might as well feel good, I'm not gonna die, right? Like this isn't gonna kill me, so just screw it, fuck it. Like that was like the energy. And because I was in that energy, I created my business in that energy of like, I have nothing to lose. I'm so abundant, like just feeling light as a feather every day, feeling like there's more than enough money, not thinking like there's more than enough money, not from a mental place. It was like it was in my body. Like, it was no words attached to it. It was just this feeling of like this, just it's just the best feeling ever. I wish everyone can achieve that feeling and stay in that feeling. And then as I started to get really hands deep, knees deep in the business, and trying to grow the business and all listening to other mentors, I told you guys in a previous video, one of the mistakes that I made in my business is listening to other people, hiring business coaches, mentors, listening to people online. Even like, I don't even have to necessarily like work with them. I just had a lot of people in my ear, and I was just listening to everyone else because, oh, they make more money than me, they know best. And that's not the truth. They don't know best. They didn't know best. And not that they're bad or that their advice is wrong. Their advice was just not for me at that season. No advice is bad advice. Every advice is good advice to somebody, but you have to align or accept advice for where you currently are right now and what you currently need right now. So you could have a piece of advice that may not serve you right now, but in 5 years, that's exactly what you need, and that's exactly what you need to embody, and that's exactly what you need to believe. So, I came up with this realization today that I'm just not in that state anymore, and it's like mentally I understand these concepts about money, about business, about life, about my career, but it's like not translating in my body, and that's why it feels off. That's why it feels like the wrong thing. And I realized that me and my best friend were talking about this, and this is something that I've been thinking about for a while now, is even when people come to me like for UGC advice, like people usually want me to teach them about how to make money online, how to travel the world, how to get brand deals, like this jet set lifestyle. Like that's what people, like even in my real life, people are like, how do I grow my social media? Can you teach me? Can you show me how to do that? And I realized that sometimes what you want, you cannot get there by the logical path. You have to get there by feeling your way there, feeling the subtle nudges, feeling the subtle intuition of what to do next. And it might have literally nothing to do with what you think is going to get you there. So like, for example, I've always wanted to be an influencer. Like that was a goal that I had 5 years ago, that I had 10 years ago, that I even had 15 years ago, because I've been a content creator since I was 11. I've been making videos on the internet since I was 11 years old. And so I've always wanted to do that. And so logically, the path would be like, okay, start posting, like let's say like you want to be an influencer today. It would be like, okay, start posting, 4 to 5 times a week on Instagram, 6 times a week on TikTok, choose your niche, and like this very like logical step by step, right? But how I actually became an influencer and a paid content creator and, traveling the world, I didn't follow that formula. What happened was I just moved in the direction that felt like the next step, that like I felt my way there. I like the way that it unfolded was not logically, like it unfolded in a completely different way, where I was going to become a UGC creator, and then this would happen, and now it happened, and then I would be a coach, and then I would talk about travel. Like I didn't even start like it didn't start off as me traveling the world, because I'm a travel creator. Like it didn't start off like that. It started off with like me doing UGC on Twitter, like back when Twitter was Twitter and not X. I would get my clients, I would post like UGC example videos, and I would post them on Twitter, and I would get literally my clients from Twitter. And I see the same thing like with my best friend as well, like the way that her life has unfolded. So it's not about like, don't get trapped in logically what you have to do next. What feels like you should be doing right now? Like, what do you feel that like God is calling you to do? What do you feel like is the next thing you're supposed to do? Not what you think. What do you know like you should be doing right now? What do you know? Not like logically, step by step, I'm gonna do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Like that to me has never really worked. And so going back to the state, I realized that I have to stop. I'm literally, when it comes to career and business right now, I am so in my head, and it's causing a lot of suffering because in all the other areas of my life, I'm not in my head. Okay? A lot of the areas in my life are pretty much automated almost. But this area of, that's why I'm so like, I feel so desperate to solve it as if it's an equation to solve. But now that I'm realizing that it's not an equation that I have to solve. I'm realizing that it's a state that I have to be in, and the state that's causing the overthinking, the thoughts, the decision fatigue, that I don't know what to do next, like all this, the suffering, it's not gonna go away, because as long as I'm in that state, it's going to create more questions. It's going to come up with more problems. It's going to try to solve those problems. It's like problem solving, solution consciousness, when I should just be in a state of just being consciousness and just not trying to figure it out. And that's so hard because I feel like right now, because I've been trying to figure it out for so long, like it's been literally years, my mind is addicted to trying to figure this out. Like, you know, when you just have the same thought over and over again, and then you don't even have to, it's like an automatic thing. It's like what you constantly think about gets programmed in, and it becomes like automatic. So you don't even have to do it. It's going to do it for you because it's automatic. It's like getting up, brushing your teeth. Like, it's automatic. Or just like whatever you do repetitively. Like, and I always say, like, it's not that automatic thoughts are bad. It's the ones that are not serving you that is bad. So I don't want this to be automatic. So right now my plan is like, right now my mind is trying to like come up with the grand solution. And that, I feel like, is a trap. Like, if you're also going through something similar and your mind comes up with, oh, this is the solution, and then it feels good for like 10 minutes or like a day or maybe like a week, and then it collapses inside of you. Like, it's literally about showing up in a different state. That's what I'm literally learning of. Like, I literally have to stop trying to solve, stop trying to figure it out, stop trying to come up with the perfect solution, and literally just get myself in a different state. And like, nothing else matters right now to me than like how I'm feeling on a day-to-day basis. And yeah, I feel like that is also what the YouTuber that I talked about, Vanessa Lau, I feel like she's also going through something similar. I watch the videos that she posts, and it seems like what we're going through is very similar, maybe different. I don't know her. But yeah, that's all I wanted to say today. I also wanted to, there was something else I wanted to say about, maybe I'll make that in like a different recording because it's kind of like has nothing to do with what I'm talking about right now. So actually, I'm going to pause this, end this here, and make a new recording. But thank you guys so much for listening. Basically, in summary, if you listen to the end, states are everything. States create, states are required to hold. Like, whatever state, internal state energy you are creating the thing in is going to be required to hold, to keep it, to grow it, to multiply it. And yeah, that's it. So love you guys so much. Thanks for listening in, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.